Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. They got Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday out there with Derek White. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Embiid in at center, locking down the middle. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Brown can't hit. Brown against Jackson. Shoots over Brown, and that's good from 17 feet.
Nice play by Jackson Jr., just taking what the defense gives you.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit.
Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, Richard, when you think about where Joel Embiid stacks up with the great centers, he's put up some historic numbers.
Just last season, that 70-point, 15-rebound, 5-assist game, the first player to hit those marks ever in NBA history, B.A.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hauled in by Brown.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Embiid, good.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
Jackson against Brown. Here's Powell. Jack's up a 3. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Holiday passes to White. And here's Brown for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Powell passes to Sabonis. And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Jackson.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jaren knows what to do.
Bridges outside. Back to Holiday. Here's Embiid. Shoots over Sabonis. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Sabonis. Here's Powell. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J. Powell's got his second basket on the night.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Holiday, a screen on Powell. Powell against Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Bridges showing his versatility, running the pick and roll.
Pass to Jackson. Sabonis outside. Ivy left side. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked by Sabonis. Back to Jackson. Takes a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Brown. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
Jones, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Here's Bridges. The rebound by Jackson. Gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Powell. Jackson with a screen on Bridges. Powell's shot is off. Gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Outside White. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Ivy against Brown. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis with a screen on White. Murray from outside. He drops it from range.
This is something that we've seen Murray continue to work on over the years. His three-point shot has improved every year.
Jones from outside. Knocks it down from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ivy passes to Jackson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes. He's become a dependable scorer. This man, Jaren Jackson Jr., well, look, he's averaged double digits over the course of his early career.
Murray against Dort. Dort with a steal. On the wing, Porter. Embiid finds Dort. Back to Embiid. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The free throw drops for Embiid. It's both from the stripe.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Murray. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward. It's tipped. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Firing up the 2K leaderboard, the NBA's leaders in shooting over the last month.
Their offense has clicked the past few weeks. I mean, everyone out there knows their role and where to be on the floor.
On the wing, Murray. The 3 is up. Joel Embiid with the board. Barrett against Jones. And it's good for 2. Jones has got 5 points.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Holiday's checked in for Lopez.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
On the wing, Porter lets it go. Reid with the rebound. Murray deciding where to go with it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to review the game plan.
They really struggled to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Dort. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday passes to Embiid. Back to Holiday. To the middle. The jump hook. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Ivy passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday grabs the miss. Shooting really well in this matchup, 62% from the floor. Embiid passes to Holiday. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half. That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Down low. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Porter. Bridges has gotten his second bucket.
Good to see Bridges working the inside area. Makes the defense work much harder when he's doing that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porter pulls it in. Gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Holiday. Over Ivy. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's gotten his first basket of the night. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Inside, here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Love to see Sabonis get dominant like this. Defense has no chance to interfere.
And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
Reed passes to Ivy, to the paint. Here's Barrett, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, what a dish right there. I mean, Ivy anticipated the open man and executed.
Outside Porter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. No good on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Sabonis with a screen on Bridges. To the inside. Takes one from 10 feet. That one's wide left. Gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Sabonis, left side. Barrett. There's the block.
And Porter Jr.'s teammates and coaches love when he hustles.
Timeout.
When he does, he makes an impact on D.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. You take a look at Jones, active hands. He's second in the NBA in steals. And of course, Jaylen Brown, he's a menace to any ball handler and loves to jump passing lanes.
These two struck fear into their opponents last year. Able to force so many steals, they're a problem for opposing offenses.
And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has gotten his third basket of the night.
Yeah, picking his spots. Bridges does a great job of letting the game come to him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more..."
Oh, the lob and the great finish by Embiid.
That's a big target for some alley-oops. Embiid using that size.
Murray passes to Ivy. Jackson for 3. Drains the triple. Jackson's got 8.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Holiday finds Embiid. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Embiid a screen on Murray. Three-pointer Holiday. The rebound by Jackson.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Powell. Shoots from the block. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. And so he hits both. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Leading by 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Joel Embiid. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's White in at the 2 guard. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And I like what the defense was thinking, but Gilgeous-Alexander just outworks them and gets his shot.
Embiid passes to White. The rebound by Jackson. Gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Blocked.
Great defense by Bridges. He has so much pride on that end.
JB off the bounce. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Six on the shot clock. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten 4 this quarter. Pass to Bridges. Back to Holiday. White against Ivy. Embiid a screen on Ivy. White for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Powell outside. Ivy with the ball for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Now here's Holiday. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall. And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Oh, there's the alley. Powell with a steal. And they're on the break. Up top, Jackson, defended by Brown. Ivy outside. Sabonis with a screen on White. Just 5 to shoot. And Sabonis slams it in.
You know, he's run that set a lot, even in his college days. Ivy's aware of every option he has in the pick and roll.
Barrett's checked in for Powell. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Embiid finds Bridges. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Bridges has got 8.
The defense makes Bridges work for it, but he is more than up for the task.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Jones, he's checked in for Holiday. Kick out to Brown. White with a screen on Ivy. Back to Embiid. Pass to Brown. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Ivy with the ball. Now guarded by White. Out to Sabonis. Now here's Barrett. Jackson with a screen on White. And here's Ivy from the arc. The rebound by Bridges. Gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's White. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability, and Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
Brown passes to Embiid. White with it. It's Brown on the wing. Ivy defends. Pass to Jones. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Jones has got his third bucket of the night.
And that's one of the underrated aspects of his game, his passing. He knows the defense expects him to finish the job, but he just drops off a dime.
Ivy outside. Reed a screen on Brown. And here's Ivy from the arc. Connects from downtown. Ivy's got his second bucket on the night.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
White finds Embiid. Here's Bridges. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Reed passes to Murray. Now here's Jackson. Embiid covers. Jackson can't get it to go. Gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. Jamal Murray is checked in for Ivy, and he sinks the second. Gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Jackson against Embiid. Now here's Jackson, guarded closely. He takes it in. He can't get that one to fall. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Leading by just 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, also Jamal Murray out there. DeJounte Murray is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Barrett in at the 4. Bridges. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Pass to Barrett. Murray for 3. The rebound by Bridges. Murray's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Bridges passes to Holiday to take the lead, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Murray, and it's Murray finishing it off.
There's that athleticism we talk about with Murray, a point guard with major bounce.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. That one goes. Count it.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Outside Reed. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander nails it from beyond the arc.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
Murray against Bridges. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Murray.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of you.
White, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Ivy. Fires the 3. Holiday grabs the miss.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Inside. And stolen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end. You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
It's kept alive and counted. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Jones. That one misses for Reed. An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Reed. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one no good. Gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Brown inside. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Fades. Brown, no good. Gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Powell passes to Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's rejected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Brown with it. Jackson in his pocket. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Powell against Bridges. Soft touch off the glass. Bridges has got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
They needed that hoop from Bridges, and he delivered.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Holiday passes to Embiid, shoots over Sabonis. Embiid can't hit. Gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Down low, tries a 10-footer, and Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding, and his awareness of when to go for the block.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Embiid. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the 4th quarter. Jackson finds Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
First free throw is good. And that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
To the middle. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. Gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Pass to Jackson. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Sabonis with a screen on Brown. Wow, it's good.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And there's a timeout from Mike Budenholzer. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And there's a timeout from Mike Budenholzer. Guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.